Hey guys, I'm going to bring you a comparison between the Nexus 4 and the Samsung Galaxy S3. The Nexus 4 has a 4.7 inch 320 ppi IPS screen, whereas the Galaxy S3 has a 306 4.8 inch screen AMOLED. So there should be a huge difference between both screens. The Nexus 4 is quad core running S4 Pro. The Galaxy Nexus is dual core running the S4. Both have a 2100 milliamp battery, so in theory they should be getting the same battery life. The S3 is actually a thinner phone compared to the Nexus 4, and it's actually lighter as well. Now let's just go ahead and boot both of these phones on to see which one turns on faster. Theoretically, the Nexus 4 should beat the S3 in every single way possible. Just heads up, this is the North American variant of the S3, and it's only running 4.0 for Ice Cream Sandwich. I haven't received the update to even Jelly Bean yet here in Canada on Rogers, so it's a fair comparison because the available, I can't even get Jelly Bean on it. So there you saw that the Nexus 4 booted up quicker. Let's go ahead and do the browser test. I'm going to use Chrome on both because Chrome is the default browser, or will be the default browser in the future on both on the S3, and it already is on the the Nexus 4. I'm not going to mention too much the difference between the screens. You can watch my Galaxy Nexus versus Nexus 4 video, and I go in pretty in depth comparing the screens on both and just the huge color differences that exist. So let's go to verge.com on both these phones and see which one boots, which one gets there quicker. So pretty much instant on the Nexus 4. I reset the settings on both devices, so it's pretty fair. Let's open up a link. It's pretty much on par, but let's see which one actually finishes faster. Seems like that basically looked like it finished at the exact same time. Let's go back and try another link out. Let's go on the full site this time to see if there's any performance issues there like there was with my other comparison. So the S3 loaded up quicker there, loading up the elements. Yeah, definitely loaded quicker, but as you can see on the S3, there's definitely some issues, like I can't scroll for some reason. So that's an issue right there. Now, let's go ahead and open this link up. So, things started popping up quicker on the Nexus 4, and it looks like they're going to finish basically at the same time. Nope, the Nexus 4 beats out the Galaxy S3 there. Let's see how pinch to zoom performs on both of these phones. So as you can see, the pinch to zoom is a lot quicker on the S3 compared to the Nexus 4, but there's still performance issues on both of them. Seems like Chrome is a really buggy browser for now, but could be fixed. But for now, it's pretty. I don't think it's where it should be. Let's go to the BBC this time. So as you can see here, the performance is like pretty much head to head. In some cases, the S3 might come out a millisecond ahead, and in other cases, the Nexus 4. So there you saw the Nexus 4 loaded everything faster. Let's go back and try another link out. So this time the S3 loaded it quicker, or started loading it quicker. As you can see on the whites are a lot more blue on the S3 compared to the Nexus 4. Now let's see which full site loads up quicker. So the Nexus 4 is loading up quicker. The stuff on the side of the page came up quicker there. Let me see if there is any pinch to zoom issues here. So the Galaxy S3 definitely has better pinch to zoom. Nexus 4, it seems like the screen isn't fully calibrated like I mentioned before in my other video. Let's go ahead and test some apps out. So let's open up Flipboard on both. So it popped up quicker on the S3, and it's just doing its little flaily thing a lot quicker too. Now let's see which one builds faster. I'm running the app for the first time on both these phones. I reset the settings and everything, so you saw that the Nexus 4 just loaded a lot quicker for building the Flipboard. The cover stories are not the same on both ones, so I'll just open random ones. The S3 came out slightly ahead there, but not by much. Now let's try just flipping. Oh, whoops. To see if there's any performance differences. Doesn't really look like anything. It looks pretty much the exact same to me so far. Let's try a few other links. So the S3 comes out ahead, but it didn't load the full picture there. The Nexus 4 doesn't react to some of my touch responses sometimes, so that's definitely an issue there. Now let's open up Angry Birds just to see which one loads quicker. So basically came up quicker on the Nexus 4. I mean, the processor is faster, so theoretically everything should just pop up a lot quicker. So there you saw, it just came up quicker. Now I'm going to try some of the voice stuff. I completely forgot to turn the volume up when I was recording this, but you can just look for, you don't even need it to see how much better Google Now is compared to S-Voice. I also had GPS issues this time for some reason. I wasn't even in the same location as before. I went to a completely different part of the city, and it's still, both phones still had issues picking up the GPS signal. But as you can see, the Nexus 4 has the map loaded up, whereas the S3, it doesn't have the map or anything loaded up. So the advantage definitely goes to the Nexus 4. Let me try looking up a couple of other things. S-Voice, in my experience, is complete garbage compared to Google Now. Just look and you can see that the S-Voice doesn't even do anything, whereas Google Now actually comes up with all these different results. Here's the navigation again. This time it looks like it started quicker on the S3, but it still doesn't have the maps loaded up, so the advantage once again goes to the Nexus 4. Let me try just looking up just general questions and stuff like that to see if S-Voice is comparable to Google Now. So Google Now is quick. S-Voice is just having an extremely hard time picking up anything. It basically looks like it can do navigation, and that's about it. So for now, the Nexus 4 definitely beats out the S3. With the Jelly Bean upgrade, who knows, maybe the S3 is actually faster, but I just can't officially get it yet, so I didn't want to root the phone or anything or put a ROM on there, so I figured I might as well just work with what I got. So once again, S-Voice just a complete bust. So far the Nexus 4 is just beating out the S3 in pretty much every single way possible. I'm going to try to show you the camera shutter speed. Once again, the volume isn't on, so you're just going to have to look for the screen and to see which one flashes quicker. But before that, let me just finish off this quick test. So there you go. From that whole test, I pretty much found that S-Voice can only do navigation, and that's about it. It doesn't really pick up anything else like it was advertised to when the S3 was launched. It was supposed to be like a Siri competitor, but it's not really there. Now just look for which one flashes quicker. You can see that the Galaxy Nexus takes pictures quicker compared to the S3. Now, does this mean that the pictures are better? Here's the Nexus 4, and here's the picture I took with the S3. As you can see, the S3 picture just way better. Here is the Nexus 4 again, and so every other one is going to be the S3. Here the S3 picture was actually blurrier. It had a hard time focusing really quick because of the shutter speed, but as you can see, the S3, which is going to be the next picture, just is a lot clearer and just has better performance in general, so which is as expected. I mean, it's a $600 phone compared to a $300 phone. The $300 phone is obviously going to have a worse camera performance.
Video with both phones, you guys can
now here's the video.
Which might be better. The lighting is pretty
you can't really do a fair microphone comparison here, but just look for the video quality. The Nexus 4 is very smooth. The S3 just brings in more light, but it's also laggy at the same time.
The lighting is pretty dim right now. It's almost night, so this will show you which one has better low light performance.
So in my test here, the Nexus 4 beat out the S3 in almost every single way other than pictures. It's a faster phone, and for $300 it's a much better buy. So if you're looking to get a phone, definitely get the Nexus 4.